Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to our Andor slash,
It's like
I guess, post-mortem on Star Wars, etc.
We don't
The
have to
main-
get into the nihilistic and doomer stuff done. We can just appreciate what we have while we have it.
Yeah, the mangled corpse that is Star Wars, but thankfully for us, we're just observing all the flowers that just so happen to be around the grave.
Yeah, there are some very beautiful flowers over here, and we can at least appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about our favorite punchy bag in the back room, Return the Jedi.
I mean, is it our favorite? Is it really our favorite punching bag?
I mean, it is the most. It's probably the most controversial take.
It is the most
because a lot of
controversial
people-
take we have. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people view Return of the Jedi in very high regard. Even people
You know-
who hate.
Yeah, that's one of the really interesting things to me about it. It's like you go back and you look at even like into like the 90s, like the like Return of the Jedi was the movie. Like it was it was better than Empire. I mean, there's the famous bit in Clerks where they're talking about it, and the idea is that yes, of course, Return of the Jedi is better than Empire Strikes Back, which is obviously ridiculous.
The only reason why they're saying that is because it gives the big payoff for Luke versus Vader. Everything else about that is the redeeming quality of everybody who loves Return of the Jedi loves it for that specifically. And maybe a few other things. It is a really excellent plot line. I'll give them full credit on that.
And
Would have changed it either way.
I would. I mean, we can get into even that. I have something I'd like to. I wish they had included one thing in that whole setup.
Honestly, I think I'm fine with it as is.
Yeah, I was fully satisfied with Luke and Vader's ultimate conclusion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. The fact that like the way Luke overcomes Palpatine and Vader is as good as it gets, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would have liked in that regard, and like to me, like if I could actually change one single thing in all of maybe in all of Star Wars, especially in the original trilogy, is I would include a scene somewhere it would have to be in 6. It would be most appropriate in 6. And I would know the scene I would trade out for it, but I would include a scene somewhere in 6 where Luke explains part of the reason he's trying to save Vader is because of it's because of how his aunt and uncle raised him, and he's trying to do right by them too. I think that's important.
I think that that could work. That could be emotionally satisfying.
And again, it has to be like done the right way, but like I think that's important, because I think part of like if there's one like thing I don't like about it, it's like there's like this intrinsic like the fact that like part of what makes Luke who he is how he's raised, and the fact that he was not raised like he did not have like the haphazard
upbringing.
That's what I'm looking for. That Anakin had, and that matters. That really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like now that we're past like peak boomerdom, and like your family, like we realize that no, having good parents is actually like really important to your
like for one, Luke had a really good father figure growing up, and the closest Anakin had was like Qui-Gon, but he died shortly after.
Yeah, exactly. And Obi-Wan just wasn't.
Can I please be like a complete assholic buzzkill for a second?
Oh no!
If I hear the word "like" one more time, my brain is going to fry.
I'm fried. I'm fried, so I cannot promise my diction will be
okay.
Adequate.
That's okay. You have provided an explanation.
I've been up since it is 10:45 p.m. on my account. I've been up since 5 a.m.
Yeah,
so I'll be fine. Don't worry, I'll be fine. But
I couldn't sleep last night, so
yeah, we had a
we noticed. Done.
Yeah.
We had a long good conversation about religion.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was awake for 3 more hours after that.
Anyway,
until 5 a.m. my time, and then I woke up at 9.
Anyway, to say something that would make a certain lady very proud. Can we skip over the foreplay and just get to the action now?
Oh dear.
Sounds good. All right.
Why do you say such things?
Because I thought up of Trip, and I imagine she would say that, and that it would be very hilarious if she did.
Yeah, you're right.
Now.
Indeed. Alrighty.
Anyhow.
So let's get started, shall we?
Let's get right into the news. Yeah, this episode is called The Axe Forgets.
Hey, Cyril, how you doing, buddy?
This is the most depressing thing I've seen in my entire life. He gets like a minute of sunshine and then it's just back to shadow.
Yeah. He's having a good time. Oh my god.
True. Oh my god.
This is like way too much. Like this is like impressive.
Oh,
Dude.
the defeat in his voice when he says, "I'll find a way."
Yeah. Yeah, calling in a favor.
Literally calling in a favor.
Oh my god. Several scenes with his mother of the most underrated scenes of this entire show.
That was intense. That was a lot. That was
Yeah.
It was just a boy and his mother in a room, and they were talking. And somehow that was like some of the most intense shit in this entire episode so far.
I'm being a little
the most
facetious,
intense
but
stuff in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. That
It,
was like,
it was more intense than lightsaber duels fought between Kylo and Rey.
That is not a high bar.
Unfortunate.
Well, hi, no RV.
Is that the guy from The Bear?
Maybe. I know he played the Thing in the recent Fantastic Four film.
Mm.
That is The Bear. That is the guy from The Bear.
You know, I saw a freaking little video. Well, let me see if I could find a YouTube
Corporate
channel
issue.
real quick.
Yeah, that's Cyril's gun. Seems so interesting knowing who Skeen actually is. I know he's arguing with his mother.
I like the subtle world building here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so I found the YouTube channel while we were watching this. So there was a YouTube video released by Solid JJ where he did a funny little skit where the Council of Reeds and our Reed Richards goes in and he's introduced to all the other Reed Richards, and every single time one of the Reed Richard who's introducing our Reed to all the others keeps saying, "And Germany won World War II," when reading off the divergences between the timelines. And our Reed Richards quickly pieces together, wait, is my universe the only one where Germany lost World War II? And the reason why they brought him in over here is because they needed a pilot. And Reed Richards is like, what do you mean you need a pilot? Why don't you just ask Ben Grimes? And it's like, Ben who? It's like, Ben Grimm's. We've known him our entire lives. We went to college, we went to school together. We went to his bar mitzvah, and it's making sense now.
That's pretty okay.
Did you get the punchline?
Oh, we get it. I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's good.
How good is it?
That's what she said.
Oh no.
That's good. Oh, they're giving her a daughter? I didn't realize. That's really good.
I mean, she had a daughter in the EU. So.
I believe it. I did not realize.
They're just actually they're just doing something with it.
Yeah. Oh, good
I love how absolutely English that was.
Yeah, I know. I did too. That was nice.
Hmm.
Good schedule.
I love how that little bit of subtlety with the accent. Everyone from the core worlds speaks the most prime with the most prime English accent imaginable.
Yeah, well, that is intentional, right? Like that is.
It is very intentional. It is designed to subtly instill that sense of classism between the core worlds and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that
I also love parents' manipulation there because he has full agency over their daughter solely because he allows her to do whatever she wants. But Mon Mothma is the one who actually wants to be a parent, and that in turn gives him power over Mon Mothma.
Interesting.
I think I have some dry milk.
Oh, it's this guy.
I do read it.
I love Nemec. He's just like me for real.
Nemec is one of those individuals who always thinks about the Roman Empire.
He does. You can tell.
Yeah.
Done. I can hear the clickety clackety going on over there.
Yeah, he's
That's
cooking right now.
That's because I'm moving the thing 5 seconds.
No.
So if you look at the stream thing,
yeah, it constantly changes. Yeah. I like how little scenes like this reinforce like how grounded this plan is, but also demonstrates
The
how
fragility
Cassian's
of
trying
it.
to prove his but he's also proving his worth to them because right now he's the most expendable member amongst them, and Cassian knows that.
It's a pretty good catch, Raptor.
And now it transitions to the actual thing.
I love the.
Like this scene demonstrates multiple demonstrates that the Imperials here are bored. It demonstrates what Commodus' main priorities are. And showcases how Bourne is conducting himself.
Yeah. I also love how you could read this. Like he's presenting as though he's pissed off about them using the doing target practice on their spare time, but really his actual reason for being pissed off is because they're using a holy site to do their target practice. It's brilliant.
That's also another brilliant transition with them marching into onto Imperials marching. Greetings, Blevin. I also like how we get to see some of the aftermath after episode 3.
I don't think don't think you can ever truly glaze this show.
Oh no.
You can't glaze Andor. Because glazing implies that it doesn't deserve the praise.
Yeah, like Return of the Jedi.
Oh no.
Oh my god, really poking the bear tonight, huh?
Well, I could always say, I don't know, anybody who likes Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh no.
The prequels.
I know what you're referring to.
Prequels. Yeah, the prequels. Yeah. Terminator 3, that's the film that, oh, no. That's kind of mid.
Yeah, Terminator is like aggressively mediocre.
Also, even though that captain that Blevin was talking to seemed like a very minor character, he will play a very instrumental role later on. Like, my god. That's what I love about the Andor finale, is that some of these small characters play fundamental roles in a way you don't expect. And like how Tycho's also characterized pretty well too. Because you can kind of tell he's a bit insecure to the point where he would rather have like a title that sounds better than have actual like better play, better pay.
Boom, roasted.
More attentive than they assumed.
It's actually smart use of a TIE fighter, I would say.
Yeah. This patrol craft.
You know, that's not actually too far away from how TIE fighters were actually used.
Mm-hmm.
They're not designed to be able to fly very far away from their larger ships. They're more support craft.
Yeah.
I love how metal TIE fighters actually are.
Yeah. I mean,
like how we're following that same TIE fighter onto what Gorn is currently doing too.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I could never. I can never feel threatened by a TIE fighter. Unfortunately, they have, because they have no internal life support system. You have to wear a life support suit in order to be inside of the thing. B, they have no hyperdrive, so they can't fly independently of a ship. C, they have no proton torpedoes. They only have the lasers. And D, the worst thing about the TIE fighter that makes it so pathetic, no shields. Oh, and I guess E, there is no ejection system.
That's what makes it metal.
Interesting.
A TIE fighter is literally the most fodder of all fodder fighters in the entire setting. It has slow engines. It's got shitty laser guns, and it's got no shields. You're basically just a flying target, which is why the X-wing was able to take out so many of them. But you are right. Like, it is pretty friggin' metal to be very good with a TIE fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you're scoring kills with flying a TIE fighter, that's impressive.
And when they're in the thing, right, they're in the vacuum, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
They're so sick. I love the way they look and sound. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. unfortunately, once I knew the specs of it, I'm like, oh,
Damn.
yeah, it takes away some of the mystique.
It's part of it.
Also, welcome aboard, Axula.
Thank you. Hello, hello. I don't know when you guys started. I was
Like
with
a
a
while
coworker,
ago.
so I didn't see any pings earlier.
25 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
we're roughly like
I'm
halfway
on.
through episode. We're roughly like halfway through episode 5.
Yeah, I can tell. We're on the Eldani arc, baby. One of my
Yes.
favorites.
Loving with the drip.
Yeah.
They all have the drip. They're the Empire.
Mm.
It's funny, that was my commentary when we first watched it too.
Mhm. You know, I am glad that when you finally did decide to give Star Wars a chance, it was with Andor.
Oh yeah. 'Cause
Mhm.
now I like it again. Andor made me like Star Wars again.
Oh, I mean,
Just
you also
time
watched
to-
the OT too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Empire made me fall in love with Star Wars again. For sure.
Honestly,
You just can't go
same.
wrong with lightsabers, man. Lightsabers are just sick.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think Empire is pretty much the only Star Wars No, not the only. Empire Strikes Back is absolutely the best Star Wars I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the best of the best. 100%.
If I ever feel
Oh, yeah.
if I ever feel like I need to remind myself what a good movie looks like, I'll just pop that in.
It's
That's
God.
valid.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
absurd how much better it is than every other movie.
I also really like the detail of here it's saying that like, oh, Imperial Navy doesn't acknowledge that anything's wrong for Navy intelligence. And in season 2, Parga says, "I want you to keep those guys at the Navy in check because they're idiots."
Well, no, wait, like that scene was actually really impactful because, like, not impactful, but like, I see this
Important.
kind of stuff. They're not reporting on errors. Like, they know something's wrong,
Yeah.
because they won't. Because the reports are perfect, which means
Yes.
they're obviously lies.
Yeah, like a lot of like I know Pol Pot's empire was very much like this, where you have people like from the bottom top who constantly lied about how much like product that they were creating, especially how much wheat production that they were manufacturing. But because because they often didn't meet their quota, if they didn't meet their quota, they would receive harsh punishments like death. They would constantly lie all the time. So you in turn
you
a
just lie.
government. You in turn make a government that's essentially built on the foundation of lies, which in turn destroys your logistics.
Oh yeah. It only makes sense.
That kind of stuff happens all the time. All the time.
Yeah, and it's awesome that Raptor made me keyword because I wasn't going to. He made me watch Andor just in time for a Star Wars release with Destiny that actually slaps. I'm very impressed with what they did.
Mhm.
Is it Lucasfilm Games making a Star Wars game right now? Something Old Republic?
Fate of the Old
Jeez.
Republic.
Yeah, we'll see if that's any good. Outlaws with
What I
embarrassing. So
what I thought was
we'll see
really
if it's any
interesting
good.
was what that was really interesting is that the ship that the main protagonist is flying is a Fondor Hullcraft. The same ship
Nice.
that Luthen uses.
Hey, all right. Well, Lucasfilm Games and Bungie cooked, so I have hope for them, but we shall see. I will judge the final product just like I did Destiny Renegade.
Honestly, I'm thinking that the reason why Outlaws was bad was because it was Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Oh, dear. Why are we bringing up
1000%.
Outlaws into this?
Well, because Destiny created a fucking Star Wars release of all things, and it slaps. It's actually great. I
Yeah.
love it. Like, I've been playing it. I'm like, this is amazing. This lightsaber feels so good.
Which, you know, all I'm saying is if Bungie can do it, not Bungie. If what was the name of that studio again?
Bungie and Lucasfilm Games. Mostly
Oh,
Bungie.
Bungie.
Yeah.
But the same Bungie studio that worked on the Halo games, like they kept the name.
Well, I mean, the people who made Halo are no longer working at Bungie.
Oh yeah, obviously.
They cycled out over the years. New guards came in. Same name, different studio entirely.
Nice.
That's pretty much most AAA game studios right now.
Unfortunately. Except for id Software. id Software managed to hold on to Hugo Martin and Marty.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, they brought after they made the horrible mistake of laying off Michael Salvatore at Bungie, they brought him back for Destiny 2 Renegades.
Mhm.
And the soundtrack is awesome. It doesn't sound like John Williams, but it's similar. And it's great. The soundtrack is great. Let's get back to old Donnie.
He's like, oh, I can utilize this. The vault's gonna be less defended now.
Very useful.
Because Lava Pure's stationed here, we're just really bored.
Bruh, look at this place. This place is boring. No wonder people. No wonder all those kids who looked at us and thought, and bore.
I'm just glad the guy actually got to shoot at an actual location.
Yeah.
Wait, he has a kyber crystal? Hey,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, I told you. Remember?
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know why I forgot. I've been chasing the kyber crystals in Destiny. I only have the blue and yellow one so far. I want my purple one! Mace Windu, baby!
Converts a treasure to a robbery, so it's a great line. I like how Skeen says that the Kyber Stone is worth 30,000 credits, but Luthen told Cassian to never sell this for less than 50,000.
Thought it was 40,000.
I'm pretty sure it was 50,000.
Hmm.
It really does demonstrate how much of a scumbag Skeen is, like, kind of early on.
Oh yeah, this guy is absolutely the worst ever.
I love the composition here too. Right, let's demonstrate that Cassie's on a completely different page from them.
He's only here for the money, remember?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't think the Empire can probably be defeated.
Oh, I just remembered something. I'm not going to say anything else.
I love this track. Exila, this is the track I sent you earlier, called The Valley. Can you tell us your favorite?
Yeah, I can't hear it right now because StreamYards is throttling the sound with me on my phone, but yeah, I love it too. It's my favorite one.
I like if there's a ticking like timer in the OST, kind of showcasing that there's not enough time left until the Adani heist, really giving you a lot of anticipation for it.
Oh, that reminds me of the Interstellar soundtrack. It's exactly like that.
Reminds
Got
me
a lot
of
of clock in
Dunkirk.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, that too. That too.
It literally featured like a ticking clock.
Yeah, it's because Interstellar is about time, so it's clever.
Mm-hmm.
It's fitting.
I also love the detail of Cyril having clone trooper models in his little apartment.
We would have actually grown up during the Clone Wars, so
Yeah.
that's Max.
Yep. Never underestimate the mama's boy. Remember, he finna choke a bitch.
Let's not.
That's not. Where is he?
Apology accepted.
It's really interesting that Captain Tygo, the captain that Blevin was talking to, wanted to be referred to as a prefect, and now knowing how brutal the prefects tend to be, it's really interesting that from his character's standpoint, why he wanted to be viewed as a prefect now, knowing how aggressive he is. Because he just name drops the word prefect, and we don't really know what that means, and then another character explains what it means in a more natural context. Oh, I love this scene.
That I can hear. I can barely hear it though.
Mm.
StreamYard and mobile. Sound.
Wouldn't you rather give it all?
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's episode 5.
Mhm.
Now it's time for all the payoff.
Very good setup.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Raptor, I just don't care about intros.
Oh no.
Really?
Oh,
But the songs are so good.
you're not skipping the intros for season 2. Done.
Yeah,
won't
especially
let-
that one episode.
We won't let you.
There is
Season 2.
episode 8 and 9 specifically. You do need to listen to the intro. It sets the mood perfectly.
I don't care about anything setting the mood with music. Sorry.
Oh no.
He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it.
Sorry, it just does nothing for me. I prefer to just get into it.
You're not a musically minded individual.
No, I just am not really. Like I don't really care
Have
about
you no appreciation for art?
very limited range.
How dare you?
Honestly,
Yeah,
Howard
I like-
Shore is the reason why I'm in love with Lord of the Rings. His soundtrack is what makes those movies. It sells them so well for me. You don't even. All I gotta do is listen to a Lord of the Rings mega cut of music, and I'm taken into another dimension.
Well, it's more just I don't really care about the theme song of something like with most shows, other than I guess Game of Thrones, I just skip the intros. Those in the theme music. I prefer to at least like have a scene going on where there's music. The one exceptions are actually, weirdly enough, stuff like animated TV show theme songs, like Stormhawks, G.I. Joe Sigma 6, a few Yu-Gi-Oh ones. Those ones I like. Those I'll listen to out of context.
Oh.
You know,
I just
I
picked up
remember-
also foreshadowing. I didn't realize.
Wait, really?
What was the line, Raptor?
You'll sleep when it's done.
Said to who?
Nemec.
Oh.
I missed it. If I'm driving and I'm only listening. I can barely hear the show because of what StreamYards keeps doing to the sound.
It's really interesting how subtle the erasure of the dawning really was. How gradual and almost invisible.
I like how Gordon is utilizing the Kenzie Air Base as a reason why nobody is going to recognize Cassian or Nemec's or Tarman's face.
Mm-hmm.
Even because they're going to be under the impression these guys from Kenzie Air Base. And if you ever meet someone from Kenzie Air Base, they're just going to say that, oh, we're from the garrison. That's why I haven't seen this before.
Nice. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Recollected.
Good. I like the fact that they actually are still making stormtroopers competent, and that they actually. It's kind of weird that they just repeatedly just say stormtroopers are incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't
Now
make
we're
any
seeing like
sense.
yeah, especially since the New Hope established them being competent. Now that we see a former stormtrooper being highly competent implies that a lot of other people like him are competent. I also love the little detail of like this highly educated guy from the core worlds is visiting like this new distant place, and he's just taking pictures.
Oh, this is a part of the whole Faustian spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's especially interesting about the little comfort units that the Empire has is that it's pretty much forcing the Donnies to really think about how far they've come and how far is left, so that way it will encourage them to just kind of leave and return back to where it's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's a very fascinating way of oppressing a culture that's not explicit.
Not necessarily oppressing, more like repressing.
Yeah, repressing. Sussy. Oh, he's having a Robert Baratheon moment.
Oh, damn right, he can dress himself.
Ooh.
Also, having the main imperial antagonist of this arc have a family creates a bit more of a moral complexity to this. I like.
That's a nice layer of humanity to our villains.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
It makes that scene with him more interesting later on.
Mm-hmm. But also, what I really do like about this is that all this does support the notion that Andor has done some heinous things for the rebellion. Because that was something that Tony Gilroy was trying to communicate with Andor's character in Rogue One, but it didn't really come across to the audience. It didn't really register. But this show has all the time it could ever ask for. So we get to see it.
I like how he's just staring at Cassian. Like, don't screw up, please. You're the only loose link in here.
Yeah.
My thought was that like he noticed that one of the guns was turned the wrong way.
That could be the reason, but he is maybe but the reason why that's the case is because they probably set it up so that way everybody was utilizing like their dominant hand, and he realized that okay, there's something off here, but there's actually an interesting reason for it. Kind of similar to like the pelts that the Hudson's Bay exchanged with like many of the Native Americans they interacted with back in the 17th century.
This is a very, very quiet stream right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're watching the thing.
We're also enjoying the tension building. Not too much to commentate on.
It's very interesting how whenever it's good, everybody seems to just shut up and watch. But the second it's bad,
I
all
mean,
of us
you say that,
just-
but most of us have been talking throughout the entirety of the last episode. That last episode was really good. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's
I know that much for sure. But usually, it's very funny how whenever we're watching a bad show, we're tripping over each other to speak.
yeah. I also like the fact that we see her be pretty scared because she's never done something like this before. It's like, bro, that's not all what I said. Our ghosts have long memories. That line goes hard though.
Yeah. I wonder if that line could be hinting at another incident, much
Maybe.
like Aldani.
Well then.
Fire. That's it. That's all I have to commentate. Fire.
Oh no.
Just the word fire.
Again, one of the greatest sequences in the show. This is honestly one of my favorite. I really like the Aldani heist, how it's done. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here it comes.
This is what I was referring to, and what you guys were referring to. Him having a family makes this so much more interesting.
Yep.
than
It
just
also
some
makes
random
the actions of
generalist.
it also makes the actions of our characters a lot more dubious.
Mm-hmm.
On one hand, it's the evil, oppressive empire, but on the other, man, this guy has a family and kid.
I also like how the engineer's like, oh, at least let the boy go.
Yeah.
Good creatives play with morality a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We like to
Like
see
I
that.
said,
We like to see
like
clever
I-
writing.
like I said, something that I always wanted to see was like the rebels aren't exactly the good guys, and actually delivering on that sort of promise. This gets really tiring. It's like, yep, the Empire are comically evil and shit like that. But you know, it would be very refreshing to see if the Empire's point was kind of proven a bit true for once.
That's a really
And-
good observation. Yeah, never does that.
Yeah.
Because Disney Star Wars goes all in on the black and white. Andor taps more into the morally gray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
I guess that's-
the funny thing about revolutions and rebellion is that
It's a
You're
very
not-
morally gray.
yeah,
Why do I get the feeling that he's telling the truth?
who was telling the truth?
The
Commandant J-Hall.
officer.
The Commandant, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the truth about what though?
By the fact that he doesn't have
it's a
the
little
code
bit more
access to the
complicated.
vault.
That's a little bit more complicated than they think it is.
Yeah, that
I
tracks.
guess he-
You see, something that I'd really like from a terrible writing advice video is that I think I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up. Okay, now I'm gonna speak again. What I liked about terrible writing advice video was his video on rebellions and rebel groups. And something interesting that I pointed out is that, oh yeah, rebel groups are always 100% good all the time. They never have any sort of issues, like they never have any sort of internal divides or have any potentially racist views or anything.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't expect that just because they're rebels that they're actually morally good.
Mm-hmm.
They're just the
There's a part-
underdogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which in turn, like from an audience perspective, makes us root for them, even though many rebel cells do as many evil things as the main empire that they're fighting against.
Well, this is sort of
Saw
like the inherent,
Gerrera.
this is like an inherent conceit of Star Wars that Star Wars struggles with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Exactly,
love
gentlemen. That's why Andor.
Yeah, I also
Okay,
like
you
how
go
the fact
first.
that they bring up the eye as a valid explanation for why the comms are down. Like they're messing up with their interferences,
Mm.
so they're not immediately caught off on an immediate alert by the fact that the comms are down because it could be the eye.
Said it before, and I'll say it again. Andor. My favorite thing about Andor is its parallels with real life empires and real life history, and the attention to detail with such that revolutions are usually very messy, especially the French Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the French Revolution was most revolutions in general have been nightmares. The American
It was a
Revolution.
bloodbath, literally.
Yeah.
French Revolution was a mistake.
Like the French Revolution got us Napoleon, okay?
And this is a good thing. How?
Yeah, like what? It's like that kind of argument is that.
Well,
I mean, he's cool. He got yeah, and
I-
the whole has some
I
great.
like Napoleon because he's cool, okay? That's all.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
can't
Napoleon
argue
is
with
pretty
that.
based. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. For his time in era, he was pretty gosh darn based.
Like they
He could have
gave
stood
an
to be a
entire
little
war
less.
after him.
Not
He could have stood to be a little less racist and sexist, but you know he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
those are some little quirks of him, but you know.
also you know you gotta consider the fact that he was living in like early 1800s.
well, he's also
Yeah.
like an egomaniac who led his country to ruin.
Like he did with style.
He did, though. He did. Or as the French call it, gloire. But I can't pronounce French.
Oh, never mind. He lied. Okay.
You see, Disney Star Wars would have written this guy as like just a random, evil, comically evil empire guy. Not this show. Makes him very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Makes him have some more dynamic. What's the plural for dynamic? I was about to say dynamicness, but that's not a fucking word. Makes him more dynamic.
Another thing that's actually kind of interesting about this is that three out of the Star Wars spin-off series are a heist. Actually, no, 4, 5. No, Book of Boba Fett
I
doesn't
think
count
it's
as
a
the first.
common trope within the universe. It's kind of an easy universe to make a heist sequence with.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
I also
It's also like
in Star
it
Wars.
gives. It's
Sorry,
an
go for it.
easy
Mhm.
thing to do because you can do it bloodlessly,
Mhm.
Yeah,
right?
it's theoretically
Yeah,
possible to
and
do it in a
also-
manner that's clean.
Yeah, and I also love the fact that Corporal Kenzie, the IT guy, didn't accept the fact that the eye was the reason for the interference. He did his own due diligence and troubleshoot and realized, they were messing with our comms.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason why this plan has an issue is merely because they underestimated how competent their IT guy was. I love that.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, I didn't think he'd actually do his due diligence. I thought he'd be lazy.
Yeah, I thought you would just assume that he would assume that the eye was responsible like everyone else, but not this IT guy.
Thinks he's him.
His face. This is the worst day of his entire life. I mean, think of the stress he must be going through. He's currently thinking about his family. Like, if he does survive this, he's gonna get like fired or potentially executed by the Empire. Like, there are no good outcomes regardless of how this goes.
Mm-hmm. Funny how the fat guy is being put to work.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, maybe at least next time your sash will fit.
I like how considerate the IT guy is for the rest of his troops.
Yeah.
Well, this scene is peak cinema.
I love how you say that, and actually is cinema.
Like, yeah, it's unironically.
Unironically, it is very cinematic.
Dang, internet crashed at my favorite part.
Well done.
Oof.
7 years, 7 years. I deserve worse than that. Look, come back.
You're eating too much.
God damn it, you're supposed to stay in place!
What an absolute Chad.
Ah, this scene.
Oh no. Poor Gordon.
I think this was the moment that I knew that I loved this show.
Yeah, there's some good tension here.
Oh, we totally got this. What could possibly go wrong? An Imperial
Anything
soldier
could go
actually
wrong.
did his job.
Yeah.
Bro, did not cover him.
That's
A
what
very
we're
funny
gonna
end
check
for a
out.
soldier. The last thing he says is giving out an order, but it's carried out by a guy who's not really gonna carry out to its full completion.
This is actually a really good firefight. I think this actually might be one of the better firefights in Star Wars.
I think this is
Yes,
one of the
sir.
best.
I
Might-
felt
might
the
be
exact
best.
same way when I first saw this. I went, "Whoa, this is actually competent, very competent."
Mhm.
Oh
Well
wow,
thought
they're
out.
using cover.
Yep, it's not just mindless action; it's action with purpose. You feel like you're watching Terminator 2.
I feel like I'm watching the OT.
Yeah, that too.
Oh shit, they're actually taking cover.
Mhm.
Yeah. That
That's
exact
what I plan to
feeling.
do for my action sequences. Everything will be intentional. Everything will be thought out.
Everything has to be. Like, here's the thing. I'm not it's not
Oh!
impressive
Here
that
we are. Here
they
we are. Lock in, boys.
it's not impressive that they had the characters taking cover. That's the minimum. That's the bar.
Absolutely.
And it's impressive that Andor met the bar.
Yeah. During an era of copy and paste Disney shows.
During an era of supreme incompetence.
Oh God, I love this sequence so much.
Yeah, so when the music really kicks in.
Mm.
You know, that's probably the moment that wins him the Oscar. Is it Oscar or Emmy? I always get the two confused.
It's an Emmy.
Emmy, gotcha. That's probably the moment that gets him it.
I also like the detail where you can kind of see Cinta with tears in her eye, kind of implying that she probably killed everyone in that room.
Thing. Yeah.
Including that little boy, because they saw their faces.
Yeah.
Which is probably which is a very, very personal and extremely dark and evil thing to do.
Yeah, especially since she knows firsthand what that's like because Stormtroopers killed her family.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel, no, stop it. Hazel, stop. God, every time I eat. I know you're not hungry. I literally just watched you eat. Stop it.
potential of the plot armor, doesn't it?
Hmm. That's an accurate read on Andor at this point.
Mhm.
Okay,
Andor has made his decision.
interesting.
He represented essentially the worst part of Cassian, and he realized that. He picked that up because he pretty much demonstrated like his more selfish tendencies ranked up to the max.
We also had to, he had to, but he killed him because it was working on him.
Obviously, yeah, but there's a bit of more layers associated with it too.
Oh yeah, no, of
You know,
course.
and also like killing off like a more extreme version of himself is also a bit of character development on his part too.
It is, but he mostly did it because he was afraid.
Absolutely, yeah. He was most definitely going to betray him. Really interesting is you can actually see Cassian with like a book strapped onto his jacket in Rogue One, and they recontextualized that a little set like character design piece and made it into something pretty profound.
Hmm. Yeah, you're correct there.
You do not care. Average Congress moment.
Hmm.
You know, seeing the rest of the show, just hearing the mention of the Gormans in this scene,
It shows that it was planned the whole time. The arc wasn't just improv off the top. No, it was planned.
The only
It
part
shows
of
that-
season 2 that was improv was, I think, the first 3 episodes.
Most likely.
Like, they were the ones that were filmed last, so logically they would be.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, season 2.
And that's where the meme.
There
Oh,
it
so
is.
this is where the meme comes from.
There it is.
Absolute cinema.
That is the gift that I use the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching Breaking Bad and just seeing all the memes.
Jesse! We need to cook.
Yeah. It's funny. He says that so many times in the show, too. It makes you realize, I understand now why the memes exist. He says it like 40 times in the entire show.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Jesse, want to cook? Want to like? I'm not even kidding.
Jesse, where are my glasses?
Jesse, we need to go to KFC. We're playing Andor at KFC, Jesse.
I can't see Jesse. We have to refresh. I also like the fact that Skeen only utilized this opportunity just to steal the money. He never cared about Nemec.
You never cared about anyone, yeah.
Yeah. It's also really interesting that he was kind of like a mentor figure for Cassian throughout the Adani arc, where he's the one giving everybody else's backstories, and then gives Cassian a fake backstory.
Yeah.
Because he kind of resonates and sees himself through Cassian, so he thought that, okay, similar minds think alike, so he assumed that he would also bail just like him, and he would utilize that to his own means, and of course, sabotage
He
him.
was wrong.
But yeah, he underestimated how much Nemec's words had an impact on Cassian.
It will stop. Every time I bring a dish, you always run over here. She is so overbearing. My goodness.
No, they won't.
I mean, they kind of will.
All of them will.
Well, this is interesting. The juxtaposition of Deidre and Cyril is very, and both have high collars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are underdogs trying to fight against a bureaucracy to actually get things in motion. Hi, Lonnie. I like red. Hi, Blevin.
Hmm.
Are you noticing the camera shots are closer, more tight?
Mhm.
Intentional cinematography. Very, very subtle, but very clever.
I also like how there's a blaster pointed against Luthen. Foreshadowing,
I
perhaps.
did not notice that. That's pretty funny.
I also like the detail that as soon as they stole the rogue trawler, they deactivated the tracker or any kind of like GPS system that would allow the Empire to track them. That's something a lot of writers don't really include those details.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh my
That's actually
god.
really. That is really clever.
Mm-hmm.
He's noticing that it's the slow march. We need to force them.
Mm-hmm. And we know what the Empire's been doing with Aldani, that they have been slowly choking those that will otherwise oppress them, well, that would otherwise rebel against them.
Yeah.
And so we can imagine that they're just using more of those examples across the entire galaxy, which is why the Empire is so successful. And now this is going to accelerate their oppression to such an extent that's going to become explicit for those who have not really seen it before.
Yep. A sudden and rapid overreach in power.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, because of that sudden overreach in power, people who otherwise were in favor of the Empire will now be against it.
And also, the fact that we're like 15 years into the Empire, and this is the first time their vault has been successfully looted or robbed, is actually terrifying. Because the ISB is reacting to this as if this is the first time something has ever happened, and it seems like that is the first time this ever happened. There are no small jobs underneath the Empire.
He's like, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
I hate so many things about you right now.
I hate everything about you that you choose to be. Oh, I hate so much about what you choose to be.
Oh, Stormtroopers. I think that's one of the first time the show actually kind of places emphasis on them. 7 episodes in this show. Well, speaking of 7 episodes in, this is the first time we've been hearing Palpatine's name being dropped.
This is the first time we were hearing the Emperor being mentioned.
Mm-hmm. I think some of these scenes were actually shot in Toronto.
Hmm.
The architecture in Toronto is especially kind of sci-fi like. I like how the scene is basically an echo of Cyril's scene where he's trying to force people pre-Morlana to take the deaths of 2 employees very seriously and actually navigate all these ships that are exiting Morlana.
Yeah. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, that is basically her just echoing Cyril to an extent. Oh yeah, now you know shit is fucked.
That's the first time we've seen an Imperial Star Destroyer.
An ISD-1. And its president is just sludgy shit like, oh, look, you remember the Imperial Star Destroyer? In this context, is being used as, hi, the Empire's pissed.
Yeah, they're increasing their authority over planets that they otherwise would have been a lot more lax on.
They're literally committing an entire Star Destroyer to the sector now.
No coming back to Aldani.
No leaving Aldani.
Funny enough, that chick actually looks more like Carrie Fisher from the 90s than um, even Billy Lord does.
She looks what?
I was just thinking that the lady that was in the hood looks like a dead ringer for Carrie Fisher in the early.
Yeah, Clea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, they
I
look
do like how that.
cool.
Yeah, I do like how that scene demonstrates that Clea and Vel are foils of each other. Vel is more empathetic and takes in consideration the
Human.
emotional component, more human. Clea is a lot more mission oriented and is less concerned with the human element.
In a way, Clay is just an extension of Luthen.
Yeah, she's basically Luthen's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just realized something. That's Petunia Dursley from Harry Potter.
Oh,
Let's go. That is her. You're right.
Yeah, I knew I was like, I recognize that person. I recognize her. And I was, oh.
Why does Leia have a pillar in her dress? Mother. I really like the detail of Lita being really skeptical of Tecloma because Perrin is skeptical of Tecloma.
It's rather interesting how what was the name of her husband again?
Perrin?
Aaron? Yeah. I find him a bit of an interesting character in the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's not a bad person, but he's also not a good person. He's in that middle
Oh no.
ground.
He's just vibing with all of this.
He's
He
just
doesn't
vibing.
care.
Yeah. He's just trying to find comfort when he can find it.
Hmm.
Revolution. Mon Mothma really pulled in, I am Alfarius. This is a lie.
It's really interesting too that the Empire allows senators that disagree with them because Emperor Palpatine wants everybody underneath the Empire to believe that they're still under a managed democracy, even though he's just delaying time for when the Death Star is constructed so we can eventually dissolve the Senate.
Yep.
And also, Mothma being an irritation would obviously make it seem like everything she's doing is against the Empire, but it's also going to be useless. And obviously, that's going to make them underestimate her. Because if she just
you're saying Crimson?
No, I mean, like, Palpatine's political vision is a little vague at times. But yes, I do like the thing with Mon Mothma, and it does a double. It serves double because it makes her own allies underestimate her, or her would-be allies. And of course, the people who underestimate her are like the kind of questionable people who maybe shouldn't be in charge of running the rebellion because they're like maybe scumbags.
Yeah. Because if she suddenly were to become too covert and just suddenly agree with all the things that the Empire is doing, just to suddenly like throw heat off her, that's going to be out of character. That's going to be very out of character, and it's going to make the Empire suspicious.
It's also like the thing. Yeah, it's also like the thing in the last episode where if everything's perfect, it's obviously fake.
Yeah.
Also, look, it's your waifu. What's she?
Yeah, she's seen better days.
Yeah, the years have been kind.
Mm-hmm. Bro, she gets put through the ringer in this show.
Oh my God, yeah. I also like the detail where he mentions Zan because he kind of owed Zan like roughly like 700 credits for the ship. So
Yeah. Good
nice
man.
little detail that he added. Yeah. I also like the detail of them name dropping separatists because even though this is 15 years after Clone Wars ended, Andor
Nobody's
recognizes
forgetting.
Yeah,
nobody's forgetting the separatists.
Yeah. And I also like how Mon Mothma is trying to create coalition meetings with them because she understands that the biggest threat right now is the Empire. She may have disagreed with the separatists during the Clone Wars, but now we can't really let those differences be what really define us.
Let's go!
And what's interesting is they are using the.
They're using Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor, which they absolutely would be using in the early days of the Empire.
Yeah, because they didn't generally just switch to stormtroopers like immediately afterwards. That was more of a gradual process.
And that process accelerated once the Clone Camino on Rebellion the Clone Rebellion on Camino happened.
Yeah.
I munched up the terms. Just remember, officially, there was never a Clone Rebellion on Camino.
Yeah.
What are you nuts?
Based. Does she know chat?
Nice.
Oh, I missed a lot of good scenes, didn't I? I was in a really important conversation.
Gotcha.
Hush.
Where are we right now?
Hush.
I completely forgot that was just a plot thread in this show. I legit completely forgot about his sister. Everything else was just way too engrossing.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah. What episode are we on?
Episode 7.
7.
Gotcha. Oh my god.
Time for the tea.
Oh my god! We need to stop. We need to stop right over here. No, done. We need to stop. Let, bruh, the fact that she just straight up told her boss to his face that his work is completely irrelevant now.
If Farkas is liking this,
Indeed.
Like I feel like he just gained so much respect for Deidre in that moment. It's
because
like,
all he
oh
cares
my god.
about is
He's like, oh my god, she's
Yeah.
willing to actually criticize me.
Mhm.
There we go.
Oh. Oh.
There we go. Let's go.
GG.
One thing that I do like about this is that they actually earn the fact that she is not reprimanded for this.
Yes. Because foreshadowing.
Mm.
Raptor, stop spoiling the show.
Shut up.
It's also kind of obvious that it's foreshadowing. You don't need to say it.
Also, this is
The
after
show's already been spoiled for me, so I don't really care.
more or less like
Oh,
Crimson
in that case,
doesn't
you
like
can say it.
Oh, that's
We
fine.
get that you're
Crimson,
lame, John, okay?
Crimson doesn't know yet.
Fair
I
enough.
don't, but It's all right. I'm fading in and out a little bit, but it's all right. There's way too much skin in my Star Wars.
Your mother. He's in another world right now.
Yeah.
Get out of the way, Andor.
I hate this so much. It makes me so mad.
Oh no. Oh my god.
The
Oh my
byproduct of
fucking god.
the aftermath of the PORD.
Yeah. No,
You
that's
see
the best part
that?
about this. All of that was the
Oh,
result. All of that was the result of what Cassian did. It had
Mhm.
knock-on effects that came back to bite him in the ass, and that's what made it so good. But also,
Yeah.
I love how it just demonstrates the sheer tyranny of the Empire. Just the most arbitrary thing in the world.
Yep.
And the whole thing was done just rushed.
Mhm.
Yeah, that. Oh god, that alone. You feel the hurt of the Empire so much more in that scene than you do in most of Star Wars, because
Yeah.
that feels personal. That feels so personal that you can just
Yeah.
be randomly picked off the street for literally walking.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Essentially ratifying and sanctifying laws that intentionally made to oppress people. Because now they view this as a valid vehicle, and under the circumstances, actually utilize something like this. It doesn't come out of nowhere. There's a valid reason. So the core worlds are going to be a bit more complicit with this, but it's going to negatively affect everyone else around it. It also demonstrates that literally anybody in Cassian's predicament is going to end up in these prisons. So we automatically feel bad to anyone who actually goes to a prison because they probably did something as trivial as something Cassian did.
Yep, a
Yeah.
lot of them
Brilliant
hinted at it.
Yeah, so brilliant for world building and also brilliant for actually getting us to care about these characters. I also love how Roman, not only the planet names are, but also like how they're trying to like distribute people.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. There are bags under my eyes. Looking in the mirror, work is beating me up. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight.
All right.
Probably
Fair
gonna
enough.
be
Have a good night.
Yeah,
Night.
I'm gonna leave now. This
Take
was
care.
awesome. Sorry I missed so much. It was an important conversation. Yeah, this
No
is
worries,
great.
man.
Done. What are your thoughts so far on these arcs?
It's competent, and I think that this is really good. But I like it, but I don't love it. I think it's very competent, and I think it's impressive, but I don't really have a very high amount of passion for it.
Well, let's see if that stance will change by the end of the season.
I sincerely doubt that it will.
Yeah.
I already know pretty much everything that's going to happen.
Yeah, but mostly how it's actually in the build-up is
Yeah.
what makes the payoff significant. I also really love how
Uh,
the anxiety that Cassian is feeling is undercut with the anxiety Cyril's currently feeling too. But one is under more extreme circumstances, the other is a little bit more mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am curious to hear your thoughts once you finish the show. That'll be interesting.
I think it's mainly just going to be. I think this is competent, it's something I like, but it's not something I'm passionately interested in. I think that that's
Cool.
basically what's going to be the end. Like I like this, and I think it's competent. But I am not in love with it like you guys are. Like I much prefer something like 40K.
Oh, I'm not in
something
love
like
with
this.
it.
Well, Raptor and Exul are in love with it. You just like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch this scene. I have to stay for this. Ooh. Love that confidence.
I love how she's just uncovering the sheer incompetence of Levin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly the fact that Levin doesn't want Ferrex to be potentially like more important than it actually is. He just wants
He
more
didn't want
sectors
to
under his
damage
name without
him.
more. Yeah,
I do love that. I do love Cyril's, dedication. His devotion and dedication it's awesome.
It's admirable.
Yeah, it's admirable.
Now, if only it wasn't in service of the Empire.
Wrongly placed. A good attribute, wrongly placed.
yeah. It's also showcases how the Empire or like regimes like it exploit good people, which is really fascinating.
Yeah.
All right, make sure to save the good prison episodes for next time, Mr. Dunn.
Yeah, this is the last episode for the session. Next session, we're going to watch the last 4 episodes of the show.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. All right, I'm going to go to sleep, guys. You have a good one.
You too.
Adios.
Good night.
Peace out.
Everyone in that room is completely oblivious to the fact they already have Andor.
Yeah, the incompetence of the Imperial officials.
That's what I said. Like it demonstrates how large the galaxy is.
The Empire don't even know that they have their man.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah, it's a little clever thing that they're just utilizing electrocuted floors.
Yeah, Tunkoy steel. True.
Take it in, brother. This might be the last good piece of Star Wars we ever see.
Exactly.
Well, I made the agreement to watch the whole thing. So I'm at least watching the first season, and then we'll do something else for a while, since I'll probably need a break. Need Netflix. It'll be interesting to see if Netflix buys Disney, since Netflix is kind of a weird. Netflix seems like it is equally as ideologically possessed as Disney, and if their content is to be
I hope
believed.
not. That's all I'm going to say. Because frankly, we don't need a monopoly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, to be fair, we're not going to actually have a monopoly. That's basically impossible. But I do not like this consolidation of media conglomerates.
I agree. Reminds me of the Gilded Era.
Yes, absolutely.
We need someone like Teddy Roosevelt to be the president so we can break down these conglomerates.
Well, I don't like the idea of Disney and Netflix, but I think that well, monopoly is impossible. I don't. Um. Um. I think that if Netflix buys up either Warner or Disney, they corner a very large percentage
Mhm.
of the filmmaking pie.
Mm-hmm. Until, of course, inevitably, some. Oh. Inevitably, though, there will be more media groups that are going to just come out, and production companies that'll come in and just start making their own stuff independent of Netflix.
That is
It is
true, but their
it is
quality is
shockingly
going to be very
easy.
small. I think the quality is and the amounts are going to be very small, and they are likely going to be buried in by comparison.
I mean, they're not going to have the platform of Netflix. But in terms of like actual quality of the content, well, that's kind of independent of budget.
Well, I mean, they aren't going to have
Especially if they get fan backing. Like, for example, Space King.
Hulu and Fox, yeah, that's true. I think that Disney has kind of they own a lot of things, but they don't they've kind of destroyed a lot of their cultural cachet over the past few years.
And their own events as well.
And people are kind of voting with their wallets right now, from what I've observed based on box office for stuff like Predator Badlands.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a film that existed.
All I'm going to say is capitalism shall triumph over Disney. Capitalism wins once again.
Oh wait, hold on, Chip. Why do you have something against Vince Gilligan?
I think he just saw the last episode of Pluribus and got mad at or something.
The last episode of Pluribus is like probably the second favorite episode of the whole show.
Yeah.
Like I'm loving Pluribus right now. Kino, let's go. Absolute Kino.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 3 out of 10. Bruh. What happened?
Disney had to apologize to freaking Andy Serkis over here, so they gave him one of the best roles in Andor.
Probably just eventually, like they won't be able to break even. Wow, 3 that's impressive.
That's absurd. Episode 7 is really good. I love that episode. Wow. I don't agree with that.
Aspiring, I'll explain it to you. What that means is that the marketplace has decided that Disney is no longer fit for purpose. That's what it means. We people have decided no to Disney. Disney is it's just me being facetious. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just being facetious.
I don't know. I'm just stating my my position on it.
Basically, the whole idea is the invisible hand of the market deciding what is in demand and what isn't.
Oh no.
So functionally, it's character hatred more than anything else. Is that right?
It seems so. She seems to really dislike Carol.
Mhm.
I like her still, but okay. I really love that guy from Paraguay, though. That guy was
Melshi,
great.
let's go.
Melshi. I think we need to have a pluribus discussion after this because now's not the time.
Really? Huh.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I also like how all these small characters have like very distinguishable personalities. Very briefly, it's very subtle, but you can tell that they're pretty differentiated from each other. You have Jabak, more optimistic one who actually believes that we're eventually going to get out of this in no time. You have Olaf, who's a bit more the older guy. You have like Ham, who's a bit more caring of Olaf than the others because he's a bit more vulnerable. You have Taiga, who's like the younger guy who just trying to get by. And we have like Zol, and then we have Zol. And of course we have Zol, who's just very much a workforce.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in terms of eventually Disney, I think Disney has been consistently losing money over most of its projects, with the exception of 2 that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
yeah, after the show's over, we'll have a pluribus discussion. That's better.
I don't want to watch pluribus.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like me and Trip.
I'd be interested to host that at some point.
Yeah, that'll be fair. Yeah, you can host it. You don't have to watch it though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'd be interested to see what the corporate earnings.
Okay. Okay, so I am in the headspace to explain to Aspiring what. No, actually, I'm not. I just lost the thought. Train of thought again.
Well, I just am not. I have other shows that I want to watch, so it's not laziness; it's preference. Thing is, the room's entertaining. The room is funny.
Okay, I think I'm about ready. I think I can explain. So basically, what I'm saying, especially what I was getting at over here, is that the demand for Disney's products is at an all-time low. People don't want Disney a slop anymore, and but yet they persist. As of course, this it's just not right. No. My brain is. I'm still trying to work together the actual string of logic. I'm sorry. I am slow. I am slow tonight. Basically, what I'm saying is that Disney losing money is a byproduct of their products not being in demand anymore. People are sick and fed up with their shows, with their movies, and so them losing that money is, well, capitalism working as intended. If you do not sell a product that people want, if you do not sell something that is in demand, you should lose money. That is how the theory works. Which is why which is what I'm actually trying to say when I said capitalism has triumphed over Disney, is because the system is working as intended. Disney is selling us bad products and bad goods, and so they end up losing money.
And while they do control a lot of franchises, not very many people are invested in that.
Yep. It doesn't matter how much they own. It doesn't, at the end of the day, eventually they will lose money because of it.
I think that is because Disney is made up of ideologically possessed people.
And also, we have been seeing their movies failing and failing. It's only a matter of time. They're either going to have to evolve or they're going to die.
Since that's what happened with the Black Cauldron and other film and stuff like John Carter and the Lone Ranger. Let me check Disney stock price. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's take a look at the last 5 years. It is okay. So as of 2021, they were at 177. Their current is 5. If I'm looking at they were at in April they dropped. That's everything. It seems as though they've had a kind of a weird. Let me actually show that for a second.
This is a tangent.
Oh boy, we're looking at how.
So this.
So it's just been.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, that's just been in the gutter for a while.
Past 5 years. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, like I said, the system is working as intended.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I think another thing we can kind of compare to, like Warner Brothers.
Look at those dips though. Look at how low those lows got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got down as low as like 90s. Whereas something like Warner Brothers,
oh my god, look at that,
is kind of is a really weird place. And that's why it's being bought up.
Yep.
Like
even though
fight the value in
even though
Aspiring, we just saw the number. we just saw the chart. Disney is kind of not in a good spot.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, even though Warner Brothers has actually made more revenue per year than like Netflix, the reason why Netflix was able to make that acquisition was because Warner Brothers has so much more debt than Netflix does.
Yeah, and
So
if we
ultimately,
look
the
at,
profits were like barely anything.
Also, like the actual films haven't been making
Mhm.
they've barely been making their money back at best, or they've basically, yeah, thank you very much, aspiring. Neither are you.
GG.
yeah, but if we take a look, yeah, we
Yeah,
got
Netflix has been doing pretty well as of late.
yeah,
Yeah.
their 5 years looks really, really good. They are dipping as
A
a
little bit, but I
from
think, yeah.
ever so
Well, I
slightly,
think,
but it's been a
yeah, but I
consistent
think
rise.
that's gonna, yeah, I think that's gonna increase a bit because of Stranger Things season 5.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, maybe it depends on how well that show does.
Well, I don't
Is
think
what-
it's gonna do well in terms of quality, but a lot of people are still hardcore fans of it. Like a show is doing really well financially if the website crashes because so many people watch it on the first day of it releasing.
So, so this is an AI overview, so take it with a grain of salt, admittedly. Okay, so Disney says that the cash on hand that they have is 5.36 billion. However, and looking at it was at a pretty high spike at around 2020, and then has steadily declined, went back up, and now is at almost their like like basically only somewhat above where they were about 5 years ago. So they've kind of so it is, yes, but their films have not been doing very well, like just on an objective metric.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, that is my point. That is the point that I am trying to make. People don't want to
Anyhow.
watch these films. These films fail.
does Disney have? Uh,
And we usually reserve tangents like this after we finish the show, but okay.
true. I
Yes.
just find it interesting. Oh, 4.5 billion is their current debt.
Yeah. I think that's roughly like the amount debt that Warner Brothers was in.
Yeah. Wow, that's yes, that's true. 42. Yeah, 42. Yeah, that's a pretty stark difference. Their debt's pretty high, so there's even been a lot of rumors going around that there's been some people trying to muscle in on Disney. I think there was this one guy who was like trying to buy it out from underneath. Um, uh, uh, yeah, maybe. Let me see. Netflix. Let me see. Netflix. Netflix debt versus cash on hand. Okay.
I gotta tap out here. Have a good time, guys. See ya.
Okay.
All right.
So
No, no, okay.
Okay, so
I think we've entertained the tangent long enough.
Yeah.
okay, so their debt is much lower than either, and their cash values are about 50%, a little under 50%, with cash, as opposed to Disney and Warner Brothers, which are in the vein of 10 times or 9 to 10 times. So, yes, that is true. But
Done. Can we get back to the show?
Yeah, that's fine.
I also really like the detail earlier on. I also really like the detail earlier on where you can tell that Cassian is just observing his environment and noticing that, okay, this place is understaffed because they're using the same people to perform multiple jobs. So I don't know if you knew that.
No, it was a reverse. Their Disney's cash on hand was 5.3 billion, whereas their how much
Oh dear
debt
God.
does Disney have, which is 42 billion. So Disney does not have it's the reverse. Disney has 42 billion in debt, whereas Netflix is only 17.
So the long and short of all this is that in terms of Disney's movie studios, not a good spot.
We usually go on tangents after we finish the product and we're just talking.
Yep.
At least ones that I'm a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, you're the one who started this tangent to begin with. You and Shy, so I don't know.
I mean, there is exactly
That's your fault.
There is one thing. There is one movie though that came out this year that for Disney that did shockingly good, and it's rather upsetting. I think we already. I think we both. Yeah. Blame me. I think we
I'll
both.
be the problem.
I think we both know which film I'm talking about.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a profit film, which is really sickening.
That's disgusting.
It's funny you mentioned the Invisible Hand because I think that's the name of General Grievous's ship.
It's almost like George Lucas was trying to communicate something.
Uh-oh.
I mean, to be fair, the separatists were the bankers and the traders and such.
Yes.
And they wanted the independence from the Republic because the Republic was full of shit. And they all knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, I'm about to finish painting Exodus.
Yes.
I'll show off this dude once I'm done.
Also, Don, I think you need to refresh the actual the StreamYards link where we're actually watching the show.
Yeah, there's something up with it.
Something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. One second.
Yes.
Okay. Team.
Get the bigger. Set casting hours.
Mm-hmm. Many such hours in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I should probably spend less time chatting with Noble. I think that might be where my problems is coming in from.
That's entirely possible. He
He is very ideological. And of course, despite me constantly trying to break him out of that out of his ideological bubble, I think it might have rubbed off on me a bit.
there's no way to get him out of his ideological bubble. He's a religious fanatic.
He will literally kill himself before admitting that he's wrong. Ask me how I know.
It's a mental issue.
What do you mean after leaving several times?
I think you said like you
I mean,
blocked
I blocked him like
once.
maybe once, twice. I think just once. Probably twice. But once was actually because I genuinely did want to block him. I don't know. We need a new lol cow.
Well,
No, I think
always
we need to
Bob.
calm down with that one though.
Or maybe we just need to start provoking Movie Bob on Twitter.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Because it would be funny. He is hilarious.
Movie Bob is
Movie Bob?
quite the figure.
Movie Bob is a certified Nazi who just happens to be a left.
Yeah, he's someone who says that Nazis ruined eugenics and not realizing that eugenics itself is bad.
Oh, he's talking about Noble. Other than he's talking about Noble. That's the reason.
Yes,
I think that's what maybe that's what she's asking. That's what stops to Movie Bob. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't.
Just Noble's the reason why Noble even watched Andor is because of me, funnily enough.
yeah.
Also, does Noble mention me at all, or
No,
just
unfortunately,
curious?
with me, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Because I am the reason why you even watched Andor to begin with. I'm also the reason who Hopper watched Andor too, which is hilarious.
You've been doing the good. You just been delivering the good word, my guy.
Yeah, it's delivering the good word of Andor.
You've been spreading the
It's been
gospel.
working. It's been working extremely well. I've never failed. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying the fact that they were called the Daughters of Ferrix, and they were part of a separatist movement that brought to mind certain other organizations that were born from a separatist movement.
Oh dear. I also think it's really interesting that later on Brasso wears the same uniform that the sisters wear for the Sisters of Ferrix social committee, which kind of implies that there's probably a Brothers of Ferrix too.
Yeah. Like I know they didn't intend it, but whenever I hear the Daughters of Ferrix, my brain goes to the Daughters of the Confederacy. I'm like, probably shouldn't name your movement that, but you do you, Tony.
I mean, considering Pac is a separatist, maybe Ferrix does have a more of a lenience towards the separatists.
But also consider the fact that the full name of the separatist was the Confederacy of Independent Systems.
Yeah. And Ferrix does seem like a
separatist
planet that'll
world.
go against, yeah, more or less kind of like that, or yeah, a planet that will be very much against the Republic.
But however, it's something funny to notice
like
that guy in the flashback shouted for the long live the Republic before throwing that stone at the clones.
Yeah. Maybe it's more of like a neutral ground where love, maybe former separatists and people who are part of the Republic go there or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you this much: if they
or maybe
weren't
that was an
separatists
insult.
before-
Maybe that was an insult. Actually, the more I think about it,
maybe it could be. I'll tell you this much for sure: if those people weren't separatists from before, they definitely are now.
Oh man, that's funny. Good old Hopper.
This is true. He does have very based tastes.
I mean, I like tomboys too, but not to his extent. I don't want.
Yeah, no, he does. He's a bit extreme.
Yeah, I don't want all women to be tomboys, even though I do like tomboys.
I like a good mix, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if everything's the same, there's no variety.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
I'm not very picky when it comes to women, I guess. As long as they're kind. Which is apparently too much to ask for, but hey.
Yeah.
Also, I've been working as a barista recently. Like on the side. My old man was insisted that I learn how to make my own coffee.
Hilarious.
Let me say this right now. I've never been in a more all-female environment than working at a freaking coffee shop.
Yeah,
that's accurate.
Like I am the only male. Job. I am the only male among my co-workers. There's only me, another guy, and that's it. All the rest are female.
Is it chill or?
Oh yeah, it's really chill. It's a really cool and chill environment. I actually like working over there.
Nice.
I'm not going to complain about it.
Go simp for your goddess / tomboy. Well, she is on the show. We've seen quite a bit of her, so
exactly.
Kai.
Yes. You like Adriana Jonah. That's just a known fact.
I mean, I like her too.
I'm not a simp.
Okay. You're an obsessive.
I'm not even obsessive.
Okay.
I literally just think she's hot, and that's the end of it.
Okay. Well, looking at her right now, Chip.
Let's say courtly admirer. The lady on screen right now is his main crush.
Yeah, also, I really love that panning shot where it slowly encloses on the radio tower, showcasing how Bix isn't trapped, because it's a very quick, easy to miss it line where Deidre requested the radio towers to be monitored on Ferrex. It's a line that doesn't place too much emphasis on, but it's something that the show believes that the audience already understands. So her using the radio tower is now a form of tension now because the Empire is listening in.
Mm-hmm. Also, I wasn't even looking. I wasn't even looking at the screen during all of them. I'm just be sharing something cool on the server soon.
Oh dear.
What do you mean? Oh dear. Well, why the fuck would you think? Oh dear, when I say I'm going to share something that's just cool.
I wasn't referring to you.
No. Carry on.
Oh no, sewer slide.
I've never done soaking, dude. Dude. And he is betrayed his Kerbalate. I don't think this. You do realize that virgin and soaking are two completely like antithetical things, right? You can't soak and still be a virgin.
Trip, let me let you in on a little secret.
Girlfriends. I've had girlfriends. I've dated people and had like decently long-term relationships.
If I'm still willing to banter with you, odds are I still like you. If I'm still talking to you, it means I don't hate you. If I hate your guts or if I dislike you, I wouldn't even acknowledge your existence.
Based.
That's just how I'm wired. So don't worry.
Well, at that point,
hopefully we are both mutually not in each other's shit house.
Oh dear.
Well, if you're soaking, I didn't say that. You said inexperienced. I have experience. I've kissed girls. I've had a long-term relationship. Soaking, you're sticking it in, and so
I like how Brasso does his best to try to prevent the stormtroopers from getting through.
I have.
Good old Keys access to my boy. Let's go.
Measure of chat with women. Like I'm not like super successful, but I have at least dated. I just choose not to. So wow, that's actually really impressive de-aging work.
Saw Guerrera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like soaking, like as soon as you soak, you're obviously somebody who has not penetrated. Because as soon as you penetrate, you're not.
Why are we talking about this?
Why are we talking about Mormonism? We should be watching Andor.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
we have to appreciate the dialogue here, done.
as soon as
Oh,
Peony
no.
goes inside
Oh
Vagini,
no.
you're not
Oh
a
no.
virgin.
Bruh.
So no. Obviously no. So soaking is soaking. You don't know what soaking is? I thought we've explained it. I thought you knew what it was. Otherwise, you wouldn't make jokes about it. Soaking is basically where you put your like you just put it into the girl's vagina. You just don't start thrusting.
Oh boy.
Even I knew what soaking was. Oh my god.
That's no, that's just intimate moments. That's just that's that is phone sex. That's not intercourse. I think that's very specific definition.
We're never gonna get through this episode. We're never gonna get this episode.
I'm sorry, Raptor. First me, and now this.
I was not anticipating Dunda lectures spiraling on soaking.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't, and I'm fine.
I'm
So-
sorry, Raptor, that you are cursed with having to deal with us.
Yeah.
It is quite the curse.
There's not really a
Yeah.
strict definition other than the like the obvious no physical contact was happening.
What are you?
Oof.
I don't need to use a sheep. I have a perfectly good bed.
I will always have a Y. Yeah, that was a good meme.
I still don't understand what that means.
I thought you already knew what a Y meant, but okay.
Oof.
If you're curious to know what a Y means, sparring, watch Done play Doom 2016 with Trip, and I was also part of that stream. Good look at that.
I saw the footage. I still barely get it.
Oh my god. Oh, this scene is really interesting.
Oh no. Well, this is officially where it begins. This is where Big starts getting put through the ringer.
I really like how terrifying this is. Like it's really straightforward. They are actually really the Empire is actually really intimidating and actually legitimizes the conflict quite a bit. And
Yep. So many things get elevated once you make the Empire competent.
Mhm.
It's actually insane.
I never said that. I'm still a virgin, and I'm okay with that because I've never
Oh my
actually.
Oh my god. It's like hearing the call siren. Everyone, Close your ears before you hear moan, otherwise your virginity will be stolen and you'll all be sent to hell.
No,
No,
my virgin ears. No. Well, that was
Anyway,
special.
we're gonna watch the Amazing Digital Circus.
I'm gonna watch it with my friend tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna head off now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry, Raptor.
Yeah, we could have had some interesting conversation about the show, but this happened instead.
Yes. Don't worry though. The
it's
next
not-
episode that we see will be the single best episode of this entire season.
Next episode is episode 9. I think you're referring to One Way Out, which is episode 10.
Oh, never mind. I'd lie.
You did like episode 9 is still a great episode though.
Yeah. Episode 10 will be the single best episode of the entire first season.
Yeah, next week we're gonna watch like 4 episodes again, so we're gonna finish up season 1 next week.
Yeah, and we're going to see Peak while we're at it.
Absolute
Done.
cinema.
Are you prepared for next
Well, he
week?
already knows. I mean, he already knows.
I don't
like,
care. I don't care.
But
Are you ready?
is your buddy ready? Done.
Yes, and I think that it will be competent, but it will not be overwhelming.
That's
Maybe. I mean, I imagine like the Donnie heist was a lot more enjoyable. Actually watching all the pieces get moved into the proper places and how it was executed, right?
It was cool. It could be that I'm super biased, but it's just I'm not passionate. I'm not super passionate about it.
Is it
Yeah,
because
that's
you're? Would you say that's because your heart is now cold and dead after years of abuse?
No. That's actually pretty.
I don't really see that, to be honest, but I think it's because both of them are like prisons and sci-fi, even though they're functioning extremely different, and the tone is very different too.
Yeah.
Well, she says, well, it makes her think of it. She's not sure
Yeah,
why.
I know.
So, but yeah, I do think Andor is good. It fixes a lot of problems, but yeah, I don't know why. I can't really put my finger on it. Especially since I've been watching a show called Franklin and Bash, where it's just a comedy lawyer procedural where it's these pair of unconventional, slightly dumbass lawyers using highly irregular and unconventional tactics to win cases. And a lot of the dialogue is really, really funny. And it's kind of, I think, I guess, like to use a food analogy, it's like a super like rich restaurant steak or chicken as compared to something that you just like really like, even though it's probably slightly of lower quality, like Chick-fil-A or KFC. Or
that's fair.
And for me, I think that is actually really smart. I really like the fact that they do that. It means that they have a high degree of control.
And there's also a lot of psychological component as well, because they're essentially allowing the prisoners to do their work for them, which is really interesting because it essentially accommodates their lack of staff to properly control every single prison across the galaxy, because obviously logistically that's not going to be a very feasible task given
they don't
the
have
scale
enough
of the Empire.
guards.
Yeah, because the biggest paradox that the empire is dealing with, and what a lot of real life empires are dealing with, is the fact that it's trying to oppress more people than it has the capacity to oppress. So as a result, they utilize technology to make up for that deficit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology is quite useful.
To my knowledge, that does not come up at any point in the show. But yeah, that probably would do a number on you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that we only see 2 characters who survived that prison throughout the rest of the series. One of them being Andor, and the other is Melshi.
Yeah. Like, of course, I do believe that a lot more survived, but the thing is that based off of what Cassian knows, he doesn't know. For all he knows, he and Melchi are the only ones who survived, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's I find it very unlikely that they're the only 2 to survive because
I do as well.
It's a pretty big prison.
Yeah,
that's a whole lot of prisoners leaving at once.
Especially since they did a smart thing and decided to just group up in only like groups of 2, as opposed to just moving in like a giant mass of people, because that would obviously raise a lot of eyebrows.
And also makes it a lot harder for the Empire to track them all down.
Yeah. And it's not like they said, like, oh, everyone died, we're the only ones left. They merely said, well, we don't know if anyone's alive.
Yep. Which actually just puts further importance on their own survival.
Yep.
Were they fair about recognizing the team with the best productivity? Was it politicized?
Oh, well, yeah, they were fair. Yeah, they were fair because Kino Loy is ultimately the one who's the main judge, and he's not necessarily someone who likes to play favorites. He just wants to, get the job done. Because at the end of the day, the Emperor just views them all as the same.
What I do like is that the Empire is actually just pitting them against each other.
Yes. And it's very interesting how it kind of parallels what Cassian went through too, because he's had experience with prisons, and he mentioned that ultimately it was essentially prisoner against prisoner that ultimately what happened. And much like skiing, he was born in a hole, and he learned to climb above other people to get himself out. So it's really interesting seeing that dynamic come into play with the prison arc, because it really does place a lot of emphasis on that core component of his character that was mentioned in the Aldani arc.
Yep. Show's good. What more can I say? Show is very good. Could you imagine hating on this show? Or saying something stupid like, it's not Star Wars because there isn't lightsabers and they don't know Jedi and they don't fight.
Productivity is not rewarded fairly and it's used as control measure.
Well, more or less, what we're saying is the fact that, it is used as ultimately a control measure, but it's also being used to like provide incentive for workers to continue working within the system as opposed to rebelling. So of course they give like rewards for the best performing one, and of course punish the least performing.
Yeah, since basically one thing that we hear is just the lowest performing will be punished.
Yeah.
Which admittedly,
which happened to Cassian. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know roughly what happens in Red Rising since I saw somebody discuss it who was kind of negative about it, but admittedly, the negativity that she was expressing was very personal preference. I was like,
the hell's what's Red Rising?
It's a book series about a guy who is wronged by an upper class dystopian sci-fi, and he gets operated on in order to get up to the higher echelons, kind of like Elysium. In order, yeah. Have you ever? I don't know much about it. I only know a little bits and pieces about the first book. I don't remember very much about it. I just remember this one lady. Apparently, I don't think she had read much grimdark fiction. Let me actually find that live stream because it was a very interesting because it was an interesting insight. Sound Graver Red Rising. Let me see. Sound Graver. That's annoying. Okay, so her thing was it's called bad character motivation. So let me actually find it. Okay, let me try. Huh. Okay. Well, there's only 7 comments. Oh, mine is cool. Or maybe it's not this one. Sound Engraver Red Rising. Okay. What? Maybe she saw one of my comments on her husband. Professor Geek. Yes. Well, the thing that is bad is that she thinks that the way that the wife dies is bad writing. Mainly on moral principles, not in the matter of it doesn't make sense.
Oh.
But especially because that does make sense. So, guys, okay, stop. I just found maybe she deleted my old comment. I don't know. There's only 7 of them. Yeah, it's kind of just like she's motivating him, and she's like, "That is evil," and it's like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm like, basically, yeah. It's morally horrid. She's trying to motivate him. Yeah, and it's just like, yeah. So, and I'm like, yeah. My opinion was like to her was like, do you read much grimdark fiction? This is par for the course. This is actually much milder. This is much milder than a lot of really, really bad things that other characters have done.
I see.
So what was the issue that she had? The wife was killed off at the beginning of the story, and that's the character's motivation?
She's a hardcore Christian, and she's refused to read it. And her husband, he attempted to read, but he couldn't find a unifying, cohesive theme within A Song of Ice and Fire, which I think is dumb because George is very unsubtle in a lot of things. She as far as I know, she's not, because she's like doesn't like sexual content. Yeah, she's like super Christian. Yeah. Yeah, Red Rising, she only read the first book, and I was like, I asked, did she read like any like what's her experience with grimdark? And she cited Asimov, and I'm like, lady, you do not know what grimdark looks like. That is yeah, like Asimov, that's not grimdark. If you want grimdark, read First Law. That's actually grimdark.
I'm reading
Like-
through First Law actually.
Hi. Have you ever heard of a book called? Have you ever heard of an entire sci-fi setting called Warhammer 40,000? There's a few great entry books that you could read. The Caiaphas Cain series, freaking Gaunt's Ghost, or even Eisenhorn.
Yeah. I
Probably
think even,
should check out those over there.
Yeah. Even Dragonlance is grim. I can't comment. My assumption was that Dragonlance is at least somewhat at least somewhat like YA friendly, based on the fact that it's associated with D&D, but that's only just my assumption based on what I know about it. I could be wrong. I don't know much about the content. I just know that the fact that since I've read A Song of Ice and Fire, First Law. Oh, by the way, Raptor, what do you think of First Law so far?
I'm really liking the prose. I think I'm only like roughly 50 pages in or so.
Oh yeah, like who's your favorite character so far?
Thing is, I've taken a half a year of a break, so I don't remember the characters' names right now, and I'm still getting used to them. But I guess the
Inquisitor?
yeah, probably the Inquisitor, the albino
Yeah.
guy who tortures.
Oh, you mean Frost?
people? Maybe, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking that you'd like his boss, Sandan Glokta,
Oh well,
the crippled guy.
yeah. Well,
Fahrenheit 451 isn't particularly grim dark. Actually, it's it kind of ends on an optimistic note. 1984, however, that is absolutely grim dark.
yeah, it is.
Like
It's a great
the way
book,
that,
though.
yeah, the
I
way
think,
that book ends, in the fact
Anthem is
that
also, Anthem's also really, really grim. At least I believe, I think it's Anthem, right? I think also, the Pearl. That's really dark. The Pearl ends in a really dark way.
Mhm.
Anthem.
I liked the futility presented in 1984. Like, it is futile to resist, because any action that you take that you may interpret as resistance was merely the system allowing you to dig your own grave, which was insane.
Yeah. Alrighty, friends.
All
I
right.
am out of juice, so we will reconvene next time. I think I'm gonna try to figure out. Gonna chat with Balerian I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way for me, Crimson Scorpio, and Balerian to chat about the post-mortem of A Song of Ice and Fire, because I think that's an interesting
At
discussion.
first, I thought you were
have.
going to say chat about Andor, and I don't know if Valerian's going to have much to talk about.
Oh my god.
That was funny, though.
Yeah.
Real shame what happened to that series. It's never going to be completed.
Yeah. And I doubt House of the Dragon is going to end on a satisfying note either.
I read through the group chat. I've read through the entire group chat, but I haven't gotten anything new from Discord. So Discord at this time. So I'm looking at it. I have Discord open. I just have not gotten anything.
Weren't we supposed to watch The Amazing Digital Circus today?
Yeah, I forgot. I was caught up on. Okay.
I guess we got caught up in too many side tangents.
Too much Mormonism, yeah.
Yeah. Too much economics.
Too much economics and Mormonism.
Let's not talk about economics anymore.
Yeah.
Or Mormonism. Let's actually not talk about anything.
Let's not talk at all, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, let's just sit over here and watch. Let's consume.
Also done. Just curious, before I go, who'd be your favorite character in Andor so far?
I do like Luthen. I think Luthen's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, you like me then.
Because he definitely has the best dialogue. I forgot to acknowledge a DM. I blame ADHD.
That's fair.
There was I didn't ignore it. I checked it but did not respond.
So you ignored it.
It was just a statement about something.
Funny.
I did read it. I just forgot to respond. Yeah.
Well done. Anyhow,
Right.
I'm glad we got to spread the good word of Andor, and now I shall depart. Have a good night. See you next week.
You have fulfilled your purpose, Raptor. Rest well.
I have fulfilled my purpose. Yes. Adios.